The view from the top is beautiful, but the air is thin. Most people spend their whole lives trying to reach the peak. They climb, they struggle, they bleed, and if they are lucky enough to get there, they do something tragic. They start to look down. They look down at the people they've surpassed. They look down at the world they've conquered, and they start to feel safe. The architect of fate knows that safety is the first step toward the grave. In this episode, we aren't talking about how to get rich. We've already done that. We are talking about how to stay sovereign. We are talking about the hidden laws that govern the men and women who don't just win a season, but who rule for generations. You have the cars, you have the mansions, you have the circle. Now I will show you how to turn that material success into an invisible empire that the world can never take away.
The first law of the eternal reign is the law of non-consumption. The average person earns money to consume. They buy things to use them, to show them off, or to distract themselves from their own emptiness. For them, wealth is a dead end. The money goes into an object, and that's where the energy stops. The transcendent capitalist earns money to weaponize it. We don't spend money on a V12 Ferrari. We deploy capital into a high-performance asset that serves as a visual and psychological anchor for our standards. We don't buy a mansion. We establish a territory. When you look at your wealth, you must stop seeing stuff and start seeing ammunition. Every dollar in your bank account is a soldier. Every asset you own is a fortress. If you start consuming your soldiers for your own pleasure, you are weakening your army. The elites who stay at the top for centuries are those who live below their means spiritually. Even if they have billions, they maintain the hunger of a wolf. The material world is a game of depreciation. The car loses value. The house needs repair. The trends change. But the invisible empire, your influence, your networks, your intellectual capital, only compounds. Stop being a consumer of your success. Start being the general of your abundance. Use your wealth to buy more freedom, more truth, and more leverage. Never let the luxury become a necessity. If you can't walk away from the Ferrari tomorrow and be just as powerful, then the Ferrari owns you.
As you move into the eternal reign, you must master the art of invisible influence. In the beginning, you wanted everyone to know your name. You wanted the flex. You wanted the world to see your victory. That was the warrior phase. But a warrior is always at risk of being challenged. The king, the architect, seeks to be omnipresent but unseen. Real power doesn't need a microphone. Real power is the quiet whisper in the room that decides the fate of industries. It is the silent hand that funds the movements, the research, and the leaders of tomorrow. We buy the high life to gain access to the hidden rooms. We drive the cars and wear the watches as uniforms of entry. But once we are in the room, the material objects disappear. What remains is character and intelligence. You must learn to move through the world like a ghost of excellence. You have the wealth to be anywhere, but you have the wisdom to be nowhere. You are not a celebrity. Celebrities are pets of the crowd. You are a sovereign. The less the world knows about your specific moves, the more powerful your moves become. Keep your plans private. Keep your next level a mystery. Let the world see the result, but never let them see the architecture. In the eternal reign, you don't fight for attention. You control the infrastructure of attention. You own the platforms, the land, and the ideas. You are the environment in which everyone else is playing. To stay at the zenith without losing your soul, you must adopt the savage monk identity. This is the ultimate duality of the new elite. Internally, you are a monk. You are still. You are detached. You are at peace. You realize that the material world is an illusion. You can meditate in a palace or a prison with the same level of focus. Your happiness is not for sale. Externally, you are a savage. You are relentless. You are precise. And you are dangerous. You dominate your market. You protect your lineage. And you expand your empire with the ferocity of a predator. Most people are one or the other. They are soft monks who have no power, or they are broken savages who have no peace. Both are slaves. The sovereign is the hybrid. We earn the millions to fund our internal silence. We buy the luxury to prove that we can handle the power without it corrupting our stillness. When you sit in your $10 million home, do not be a rich man. Be a sage who happens to have a mansion. When you drive your supercar, do not be a driver. Be a warrior who happens to have a high-performance weapon. This detachment is your spiritual armor. It allows you to play the game of the world with 100% intensity because you are no longer afraid of the score. You have already won the internal war, so the external wars become a dance of excellence. Keep the wolf on a leash, but never, ever kill him. You need his teeth to protect the sanctuary of your soul. Let's talk about the matrix. The moment you become a titan, the world will try to infect you with envy. People will smile to your face while praying for your downfall. They will call your success luck and your discipline obsession. They will try to pull you into their drama, their small-minded politics, and their victim narratives. The architect doesn't hide from envy. The architect weaponizes envy. You use your high standard as a filtration system. Your car, your house, and your lifestyle are the heat that burns away the fake allies. The people who are intimidated by your success are not your people. The people who are jealous of your freedom are not your people. By living at a high frequency, you are forcing the world to reveal its true colors. Do not dim your light to make small people feel comfortable. That is a betrayal of your potential. Instead, shine so brightly that the small people are forced to either grow or go away. Envy is the gravity of the mediocre. To escape it, you must move at escape velocity. You must move so fast, build so high, and think so deeply that their hate can't even reach your altitude. Treat your haters as free marketing. Treat their criticism as a confirmation of significance. If the matrix isn't attacking you, it means you aren't a threat. In the eternal reign, you don't seek to be understood by the crowd. You seek to be inspirational to the few and inexplicable to the many.
The average rich person thinks about the next quarter. The CEO thinks about the next year. The architect of an eternal reign thinks about the next century. You must establish an immortal protocol. These are the non-negotiable laws of your empire that will outlive your physical body? What are the values that your wealth must always support? What are the standards that your descendants must never drop? What is the mission that must continue even if you are gone? We get rich to buy the permanent assets. We don't want the trendy tech stock that might disappear in 10 years. We want the land. We want the gold. We want the timeless businesses. We want the intellectual property that defines a culture. We buy the legacy estate, the house that is built to last 300 years, not for our comfort, but to act as a physical anchor for our family soul. We want our great-grandchildren to walk through the same halls and feel the same frequency of excellence that we created today. You are building a civilization of one. Your wealth is the energy grid of that civilization. It must be structured in a way that is self-sustaining, resilient, and expanding. This is why we seek excessive wealth, not for the pleasure, but for the stability. $1 billion is not a score. It is a shield for the truth that will last for 100 years.
We reach the final law of the eternal reign, the realization that there is no exit. The average mind is always looking for the finish line. They want to make enough so they can stop. They are looking for the vacation that never ends. Their problem, the act of leading an elite team, the act of manifesting a vision, that is the high that no drug or vacation can ever match.
We earn money to keep the right to play. The material objects, the Ferrari, the Rolls, the mansion, are just the equipment of the game. They are the tokens that show we are still in the arena. But the arena is the point. When you reach this level, you realize that wealth is the ability to choose your own struggles. You are no longer struggling to survive. You are struggling to surpass. You are struggling to see how far a human spirit can actually go. So do not pray for an end. Pray for a new beginning. Do not pray for rest. Pray for stronger shoulders. You are the architect. You are the savage monk. You are the sovereign of the invisible empire. The world will try to distract you. The matrix will try to shame you. Your own ego will try to make you comfortable. Reject it all. Stay hungry. Stay detached. Stay eternal. The reign has just begun. I'll see you at the edge of the infinite. Keep building.